Hey Saber Form, it's Cage again here, and I just got a new Ultra Saber. Alright, there will be no unboxing on this one. I already unboxed it, I was too excited, so I'm very pleased with what it is. I'm going to turn off the light now so you can see what it is. It is an Aeon V3 in a violet amethyst. My phone, I know it's reading it as if it's like a Guardian Blue. I can promise you right now, it is nothing of the sort. Alright? This is violet amethyst. I am totally excited about it too. It's got a really great grip to it. I mean, I was kind of hesitant to originally buy it when I first saw it on All Sabers. Just because of how the hilt was. I knew that they had a long enough hilt for my grip, but with the choke points I wasn't sure. But holding it now, it's pretty good, actually. Good for one hand, good for two hand. I actually really enjoy this. And honestly, it's pretty good in the hand, especially when you're using your wrist, as you can tell there. I got a couple things in my room that's kind of in the way, so move that over there a little bit. But so, as you can tell, it's pretty good with the flexibility of your hand. It's not all really heavy. Obviously, considering it's a grab bag, you know, 4 AAA batteries. But even so, I mean, honestly, it's pretty nice. So, I'll turn the light back on here. So I'm all, yeah, you still can't really tell, but so I'm going to show you a little close-up of this. And here we are. As you can tell, it's just a regular Aeon V3. It's not LE. Like I said, it was a grab bag, so yeah. Choke point, I don't know if you want to consider that number 1, number 2. I kind of consider it number 2 because my right hand's my dominant hand, and it goes up top. So I consider that choke point number 2. Obviously, it comes with the regular switch there. There's choke point number 1. And Ultra Edge blade. Obviously, as you can tell, you can probably tell better from mid-grade, but I really like the Ultra Edge blades because it gives it a really nice weight to this. Well, there you can actually tell it's violet amethyst there. But a good distance away, it's kind of hard to tell, especially on my phone. But all together, I'm going to give this saber, with its flexibility and how you're able just to use it with your wrist and your shoulders especially, I'm going to give that about a 8 out of 10. Only reason why I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because of just how the blade color doesn't pop very well with the Ultra Edge. So I'm grabbing my tape measure here because I am going to measure the full length of the saber, because a lot of people are having questions about that lately, and so here we go. Okay, so by the way, cobalt, only thing I use. So from the very tip of the blade to the end, it is exactly 45 1/8, give or take from the tip here, because we know how those are off a little bit. So we'll go ahead and say it's more likely a 16th, 45 1/16. The blade by itself, when it pops out of just the hilt, well, not pop out, but stand out of the hilt, sorry, it is exactly 33 and a quarter. So, again, take a little bit off from the tip here, so we're probably looking at 33 and 1/8 there. And the hilt length from top to bottom is, alright, 1.25 inches long, give or take. So yeah, those are the measurements for the Aeon V3. And honestly, you can tell how shiny these things are, but to be honest with you, I mean, video, pictures, it won't do it justice until you have it in your hand, because these things are amazing. I mean, they are amazing. As you know, the Liberator was my last one, and I kind of fell in love with that, so that's my next saber to get. And I really like the Violet Amethyst, so I might get that in DVA. Well, Deep Violet Amethyst. So this saber here, as you can tell, the top there, it's a little bit thicker than some of the other sabers, like the Prophecy. It's slightly thicker. It's not too bad of a thickness, honestly, because it still fits really well in your hand. And if you're going for a single-handed grip, like I like to do, I like to hold it in both choke points with one hand, index finger and thumb in the first choke point, and then my pinky and my ring finger in the bottom one there, because of that just makes it firmly in your hand for a one-handed grip, and the button won't get in your way, so that's one good thing. Other than just the Ultra Edge blade not popping up the the Violet Amethyst very well, the only other complaint I have about this saber is it's not real. Oh, we don't have the technology. I wish we did. But honestly, this will probably be my stunt saber for all other purposes. And the thing that really stands out on these sabers are definitely the grooves. They're very deep. They're all up and down the saber. If you were to lightly move your hand, you'll feel their presence there. But when you're gripping it, I mean, yeah, if you're trying to feel for them, you'll feel them. But when you're holding them and you're just going to be dueling, I doubt they'll be noticeable. I mean, so now I'm going to measure the width of the pommel, because the pommel is actually basically just as wide as the whole saber. So I like to talk, people. I can't help it. It's just about 1.5 inches long, so, well, wide. So it's an 1.5 inches all the way around. The choke points, however, we're gonna go from side to side here. The choke points are, close to 1.25 inches, but not exactly 1.25 inches. And if I was to go around this whole entire thing in a circle, we're going to come up to 4 inches. Alright? And that's for this top choke point. Now we're going to assume that the bottom choke point's a little bit wider, as it looks like that. That could be the groove, so give me 1 second. I'll measure that one to make sure. There we go. And there it goes. And so, yeah, it's the same size, so and when you hit something, I don't know if you can hear that, but you can hear the batteries clanking. So I do the gauze trick. I don't know about anyone else. I know some people do the Velcro trick. I'm not too fond of the Velcro trick because I had a piece of Velcro in there and one of my batteries exploded from the heat. So I used the gauze because the gauze breathes easier. So I'll have to put some of that in there. And all in all, probably one of the best sabers ever. Honestly. And a heads up to y'all to look forward to, I will be getting the Consular and the Guardian. The Guardian is not going to be mine, but I will do a review on that one. And then I also got my Bellicos coming back from a repair, and then the Dark Standard issue, which is my friend's, that are coming back in from the repair. So I'm going to be doing reviews on the, review on the Dark Standard issue with long grooves. So look forward to that, alright? So, I can't put this thing down. Alright, so you all have a good one, alright? It's starting to rain ice over there outside, so, and I'm about to head out. Aye aye, Capitan.